What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is yours truly, Fitzy. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. And I've got some good news. I think I found a third and final topic for the third and final part of the series of the dark side of Pokemon Go. So if you want to see that video, you want to see a third and final part of the dark side series, smash that like button. Let's try to go for 40 likes. If this video gets 40 likes, we will do a third and final part of the dark side of Pokemon Go. Personally, I think my most coveted series on the entire channel. Without further ado, let's go over Terrakion, coming very soon to Pokemon Go. It is the best legendary out of the three for the the Swords of Justice. Keldeo is better than the other three, all three, but Terrakion is the best out of Cobalion, of course itself, and then Virizion. So let's go over Terrakion, the raid counters, the moves, and how good is it in Pokemon Go. Well, first off, it's no slouch. It's almost 3,700 max CP, 260 attack, which is very respectable, a 192 defense, which is going to be its downfall, you'll see here in a minute, and a stamina of 209, which is not bad. Anything over 200 is fantastic. Now, it is weak to Fairy, Fighting, Grass, Ground, Psychic, Steel, and Water. It does resist quite a few things as well, but these are pretty common typings. And because of that, I'm telling you right now, Terrakion will not have any use in PvP whatsoever. But let's go ahead and look at the moves. Right off the bat, you can see it has Smackdown and Rock Slide. So this is obviously going to be a rock type attacker through and through. You're correct. You'd use it for raids and in gym battles. So what about the counters for this Pokemon in raid battles? Well, piece of cake. The DB says Psycho Cut and Psy Strike, and that's absolutely right. You can actually duo this Pokemon with 6 level 30 Mewtwo's with Psycho Cut and Psy Strike. Yes, and if you get a Weather Boost, even better. You can even duo it with Metagrosses, but let me give a disclaimer. Because of how powerful Terrakion is, with its moves, and being a raid boss, you probably want to have some maxed out Metagrosses. I got a question a couple videos ago saying, hey, how do you know you can duo this Pokemon? Or I've read all over that you can duo or trio this Pokemon. I'm using the right counters. Why am I not beating it? Well, it ends up coming down to powering up your Pokemon. Just because you have the ideal counters to take out a raid boss with 2 or 3 people doesn't mean your ideal counters are high enough in level. It is shown through simulations, even though those are only simulations, they're not tried and true results. Mewtwo, it does say that you can do Terrakion with a duo with Mewtwo, 6 of them with Psy Strike, and they have to be level 30. My advice, max out a few Mewtwo, max out a few Metagross, even a Latios, because Latios has an attack set of like 263, I do believe. Let's see if that's right. Oh, 268. I was close. That's fantastic, though. Latios, 268. That's fantastic. Even Jirachi, if you maxed one out for whatever reason, Doom Desire is the best steel move in the game. So, yes, Terrakion, we won't have to rely on very many people. Try to get Weather Boost. It's going to make it even easier. But here are the counters that you should have to worry about. Now, last but not least, how good is Terrakion? Well, let's compare. Rhyperior with Smackdown and Stone Edge is a 1412 DPS, 763 TDO with a total of 2147. Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge comes in with a 1495 DPS, 789, 2638. That's pretty fantastic. Rampardos, Smackdown and Rock Slide coming in at a whopping 1749, because we all know Rampardos is the Rock King. 501 TDO though, but the total still ends up being quite ridiculous, better than Tyranitar's at 2683. So where does Terrakion come in this? Terrakion has a DPS of 1499, which is better than Tyranitar. But its TDO isn't that great due to that low defensive stat that I talked about. Remember? The defensive stat is 192. That's not that great, because if we actually look at Tyranitar as a whole, it has better defense and better stamina, which is why Tyranitar has a lot better TDO in total overall. Now, what does this mean? Is Terrakion worth powering up as a rock-type attacker? The answer is yes. There aren't very many good Cranidoses to go around. I mean, if you're blessed enough to have 3 or 4 95.6% IV Rampidoses or higher, that's fantastic. But Terrakion is going to be more accessible due to raids. However you want to raid it is up to you. It's going to be more accessible at higher IVs due to that fact. It's very hard to hatch very good Cranidoses, or lack thereof, catch them in the wild as well. Tyranitar is pretty easy and obtainable, but that was only during the community day, so you might not have a full team of very high IV Smackdown Tyranitars. So, it's worth powering up. I would say if you got 100% Terrakion, maxing it out, no problem. That would actually be justified. If you got a really good IV, I would say 93.3% and up. Maxing it out, even though it shouldn't be that high on your priority list, it still makes sense. I would warrant that. It is a good rock-type attacker, and it will remain that way. So, there you guys have it. Just a quick video going over Terrakion so you guys are prepared and knowing what this Pokemon is going to be doing in Pokemon Go in terms of a rock-type Pokemon and what to expect from gyms battles, raid battles, and overall PvP too, which is nothing, honestly. I'm not even going to look into it because the moves are terrible. So, again, smash that like button, comment in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited for Terrakion? Are you wanting to see something else? Are you sick of the rotations? Like, let's get discussion in the comment section down below. As always, I'm very active down there, whether I'm liking your comments or I'm commenting myself. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be a part of the Fitz City fam. That's it, boy Fitzy. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.